Well, hello everybody. It is I, Claude Bowles, here again for another short, snappy Bowles show. So, been a few shows on. I always think, oh my goodness, maybe I won't go on because Missing Mod might have a show, or there might be a show from Aiden, and I do like listening to those very much. But as it happened, and this one starts right now. No, they're not going on. So it's been an interesting week or so, probably a couple of weeks since I've last been on, and a few things have been happening in the world. I don't really want to get too political. That's sort of covered in some of the other shows rather well at the moment, actually. Both Aidan and Maud. Hi there, Maud. And hi there, Berias. Berias, not Berias. It's been mispronounced that. Frank, yes. Let's be frank about this. Yes, it's been interesting, and of course, there's still people think that my channel is focused on Kent Hovind, and well, they're right. But occasionally, I find other things to think about and talk about. Hello, Justin. Just because it was a long time I was calling you Justin, and then I see Justin, but I think it's Justin too. So, yeah. So, yes, yes. Um, and so I'm not totally focused because I did, how I can't stand Owen singing, and of course he probably can't stand mine either. But there are some wonderful singers, and I noticed one that I quite liked. I'd used him in shorts to sort of kind of show that there were great Christian singers out there, and I noticed that he died. And his name was Larry Ford. So I put up a little tribute to him. Might have been yesterday your time, or I'm not sure. I get confused. Anyway, the jolly thing went crazy, and about 1,500 people watched it, which I really want them to watch my ones that sort of about Kent. Some of those I get 30 or 40, and some I get several hundred, but I don't get 1,500. So just goes to show you how YouTube, you just can't, you can't always get the views you want on the video you want. But no, it was this bloke, this chap Ford has just a huge voice. So Christian or not, you can admire it. And I also tend to think he's one of the more genuine preachers out there. What's this bowl slapping time, Mr. Trucker? Don't get Maud all excited. Please, she's calm at the moment. Don't talk about those things on this show. Oh, that's interesting. How are you? Are you cold? Does that mean you're having a cold weather snap? Because I didn't know if Florida was cold all the time. No, not all. Sorry, cold in winter. I tended to think it was warm all year round, but perhaps I'm wrong. Al, yeah, do a show. If you're thinking about it, perhaps you're being led to do it, So, yeah. Not cold yet, but it's so can it get quite cold in Florida? Right. Oh, there's some new. Yeah, I thought people would go there because they're pretty warm all year round, but you never know. In Georgia, cold and a little snowy. Right. Is that a dog? Little snowy? Oof. Oh, well, it's a bad joke. I don't really want to do that because it makes me look more and more like Ovind. Hello, bonjour, David. Moi from Trois-Rivières. Or as they say in Three Rivers. I just put up a little clip about it. It was a bit cruel about Kent explaining how the donations are used because someone asked it in a question. So I put that up, and then I put it up alongside The one where you remember the tech guy Steve did this drug or substance infused midnight visit to DAL. He's we do kingdom work here. And then he points out Kent's personal hot tub. And so Kent in this latest one, oh no, I don't use any of the money for me and blah 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 bull. And then I put hot tub, hot tub. So it's quite funny. So of course nobody's gonna watch that. Typical. They'll watch the ones I don't want them to watch. Yeah, right. Yeah, nobody's watched it at all. Poor Claude. Anyway, what's it saying in the comments there? 20s or lower tonight. Yeah. Can get cold, but it's rare. Right. So you do have to have warm clothes. Yeah. In Florida. Would you have heating for your house, missing mod? Or because it's only a little bit, you don't bother, like do you have a air condition that you can turn into heating if it gets cold? Interesting. Because in Singapore, we just have air conditioning for the cool. It's never cold. Some people might think they are, but they're not. Yeah. Yes. I also noticed Kent was talking at some stage about microchips. So clip that I called it Kent Hovind microchip, microchump. Hardly any people watched that. But it's quite interesting because the only cases he quoted was where people had volunteered to have a chip in them or whatever, which to me is totally different. If you want to have a chip in you, I don't, and I'm not going to, but nobody was being made to. So, and a lot of the examples were typically 20 or 30 years old, and the world hadn't ended because of it. So it does tend to exaggerate quite a bit. He's been doing a thing on these monsters supposedly existing as well. Anyway, I don't know about that. I don't think they do. Certainly there's no proof. And, if I'm to say something like leprechauns are real, it's up to me to prove it. And so if somebody wants to say pterodactyls still live or the Loch Ness monster is real, it's up to me making that claim to prove it, because you can't sort of prove a negative. You can't say, well, you prove that the leprechaun doesn't exist. Well, how would you do that? It's just dumb. Yeah. Just looking at the cough. So, not that I ever talk about him. Kurisu. God, he's dumb though, isn't he? Have you seen the latest one where some person quite says that there's a big monster living under, is it Antarctica or Alaska or Arctic? I can't remember which, but it's plain nuts. And I don't think that's true. Well, of course it's not true. But when you promote this sort of thing, and Makali and Bembe living in a swamp in the Congo, I personally wouldn't go looking for Makali and Bembe in the Congo in case he fancied me. If he did, my last, I've often thought about going trekking to see the mountain gorillas. Which country is that in? Tanzania. But I'm worried that I might get carried off by one of them that fancied me as a mate for the rest of my life. So, I don't think it's possible to broadcast my clips from the Congo, from the Rwandan jungles, with a supervising gorilla looking over my left shoulder. Anyway, so I try to rule that out of my life. Right. Kurisu is only watched Kent on stream, so I need to cover those later. Trying to make the birthday stream. Is it your birthday? Your birthday today, Kurisu? If so, have a good one. But yeah. Al Trucker says, just because he's a loathsome, misogynistic, racist, little blamed POS, grifter, liar, cheater, with the personality of an unright turnip, there is no need to trash the Hovind. I like that. Oh, that's cool, Kurisu. So, what is it, the big 30 this year? You don't look a day over 25, as far as I'm concerned. Do I look ape-like? There's parts of me are reasonably ape-like, and I think that's what the attraction is. I've heard when you go to the jungles of Rwanda on a trek, that if you appear a little bit different and a little bit more, enough to be interesting to the silverbacks, I think they call them. And, I just want to rule that out of my life, that it's just not worth being carried off for a gorilla to try and have its way with me. And I don't think it's biblical either. So, that's enough said about that. An ape with a beret, a bicycle, some snails and shallots. Now, don't forget the pan, the bread, the long breadstick. And the red wine. I think that's probably would make me extremely attractive. Davey, the ice canopy hypothesis is tied with the dumbest, with his story about the fountains of the deep slinging rocks at the moon. Yeah. I tell you what, another one is that how they sung, this is the Egyptians, sung the stones that build the pyramid into place. They sung them and they moved them with sound. And whilst, of course, it is possible with huge modern type sound equipment to sort of vibrate and make potentially, there's just no way that ancient cultures were able to move rocks of that size with sound. Berius, to finish the earlier, though, I agree with the Itchen's Razor, which says that any claim presented without evidence can be summarily dismissed without any evidence. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Biblical apes can have. Well, I must admit that beard thing. Yes. The baguette trucker is fairly. Yeah. Bread and wine. Yes. Yeah. That almost sounds biblical, but of course, as Kent said, the Bible wine wasn't alcoholic. For some reason, people got drunk on it because the Bible talks about people getting drunk on wine, but it wasn't alcoholic. I don't know how he explains. Yeah. Crazy. Ham ain't kosher. Yeah, ham and eggs. Yeah, that's right. That song, Ham and Eggs. Who does that? Pelagia. Yeah, it's good. Maybe they did sing them after all. You were there. Singing rocks. Singing rocks for construction is legit, according to Kent, but evolution, you got Oh, it's great. If we took all of Hovind's good ideas and put them in a jar, we'd have a perfect vacuum. The Bible has a lot of baguettes, but they kept spelling it wrong. Yes, well, they have the well-known story. Very curious. So, it wasn't really the loaves and the fishes; it was the baguettes and the fishes. But there was very much an English bias in the King James version. Interestingly enough, historically. And of course, King James is the one that a lot of these people push. People like, oh, it's the only version. And historically, King James is thought to have been gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there is in Kent's world. So I do like to try and stir it up and say, well, I don't know why Kent likes, and others like the King James Version so much, is it because of the flowery language? Because he probably preferred that. So, yeah. Has there been any news about Sandra? Has she gone online? No, she hasn't. No, and it's a bit of a pity because I was hoping she would. And I realize she might not want to come on my show because I've been a bit critical in the past, but I've been supportive since she left. And of course, Kent keeps on saying things like she took the money. He's come right out. It was Joseph who spilled the beans on that first. Maybe he'd been drinking, although, of course, you're not allowed to drink at DAL, so that's possibly not possible. So he came out and said it, and boy, did she take a lot of stuff from him. And, well, I think she needs to defend that personally. If she did take the 16,000, I thought that would be quite reasonable for the several years that she was there. I don't think that's unreasonable. So, but yes, it'd be good if she wanted to come on and defend herself. She'd be most welcome to come on the show. Or I'm sure that someone like Big Bad Mama, who has a bit of a better reputation, probably with her too, he would be a good person to. I can't see it happening with Cindy. I think there's probably still a bit of friction, shall we say. Paul, one of my countrymen and fellow Mennonite. Yeah, yeah. What was Christopher Hitchens' joke about that? He said, yes, why did the Amish prostitute get excommunicated? And the answer was too Mennonite. I hope you can get that. I might have pronounced it in a way that you couldn't. Two men a night. Anyway, yeah, that was the late, great Christopher Hitchens. And I say, I welcome Sandra if she does want to come on, and the two can come on. I might be able to, the Claude with my French ways could be able to bring them together again. And he was very romantic once she did leave, and he was posting on Facebook about perhaps we can go and see the Northern Lights together and all this sort of shit. Romantic. It was a bit late, and she didn't fall for it. I, for a while, thought she was going to go back, but no. Kent says the ancient wine was alcoholic, but the wine that Jesus drank at the Last Supper somehow wasn't. Yeah. Sandra is number 4. Mrs. Hovind the fourth, I call her. So we haven't got the fifth yet, but I think it's, well, I've put up a few shorts. There was one lady, she's all giggly with him and touched him on the shoulder, but she was perhaps age inappropriate, considerably younger. And maybe since I put a clip up of it, if she saw it, she's decided she'll stay clear, hopefully, because I need to warn people about him. And there's an older lady who would be age appropriate, from some museum up in New York, recently widowed, and I think her and Kent would make a good pair, but I would have to warn her also that the odds of surviving the marriage aren't good. What's this next one? I know others have done more about it, but is there any information on the lawsuit? No, that it seems to have come to a bit of an halt. There's a guy called Mr. Anderson, not to be confused with that Stephen guy. This Mr. Anderson is a real lawyer, and he put some stuff up about Kent, and I went on his comments, and I said, had he heard about the lawsuit? And I thought he was going to look into it. I sent him a link to where he could find the information, because if myself as an amateur, when it comes to that sort of commercial law and private torts, then I thought I'd already spotted a very terrible error in in the first few pages, shall we say. I don't want Kent to know what it is, but it's completely throws the suit out. And so if he wants to, he would have to amend it, get it right, and put it in again. So another $400 filing fee. So yes, I don't. I think it was all done to try and put the how you say put the wind up someone, put the wind up Mark. So and that was never going to. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at with that. My prediction, my prophecy, actually, to use the biblical term, is that it won't go anywhere because there's no real defamation there. I mean, there are a few little things that you might find, oh, that isn't right, whatever. But and in fact, the reverse is true. And when Kent makes allegations about Mark, he is defaming him, especially in regards to his military service. So it could equally be followed up. I mean, the judge is going to laugh his head off when he reads it, because I did. What's it say here? Maybe Jesus could just hold liquor better than most. Yes. Yeah. I've heard that. That's another terrible joke. I don't think I can say that on my show about how does a woman hold her liquor, but we won't. No, I won't give the answer. Since Sandra left, Kirisi says, I've had nothing to say about her. A couple of jokes about more YEC stuff, but otherwise, good on her for getting out and taking everything she can from the slime. But I do actually totally agree. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah. Honestly, a lawsuit for 16K would cut more to lawyer for. I don't know what the amount is for L. So yeah, but he's just not going to. First of all, he is not going to. It won't get to the stage of being heard. He's demanding a trial by jury too. I'm not sure how the law goes on that, but isn't it funny? I should put that up alongside his jury nullification. He wants the jury. He's trying to nullify the jury for this guy who shot and eliminated a guy he found with his daughter who'd been molesting her. And I have a great deal of sympathy for that person. And, maybe I wouldn't convict him either. I'm not going to get into that, although we can't take the law into our own hands. And doesn't the Bible say thou shalt not kill? But anyway, Kent is all in favor of this guy, and he wants the jury to just throw out the, not guilty, regardless. Now, it's because of this, guy eliminated a molester. But Kent doesn't think the same way when it comes to two of his friends who he admits are guilty of doing similar things. And those people are Jones and Byram, and it's all on record. Kent has said this. Well, in fact, he said it, and then he said they didn't, and then he says they did. It's one of these Kent getting caught out in what he says. So Kent's mentioned these things, but he doesn't seem to want to do anything about those people because they're friends and they're welcome at Dinosaur Adventureland anytime. So there you go. Now, Kent would just do everything pro se. Yes, that's right. And it's when you read the filing, you can tell it's been done by someone like him, probably with the help of his, what he calls them, legal, what do you call it, paralegals, whatever. Well, they may also be parachutists, as paralegals, because it's just badly written nonsense. So he's just trawling to see if, yeah. So, but anyway, that's not going to go anywhere. That's my prediction. Let's see who's right. Just as Kent has predicted the end of the world, he's trying to sort of backtrack about that now on 2028. I say it isn't going to. So on the 1st of January 2029, we'll be able to see who was right. So I must put in my diary a show on the 1st of January 2029 when I can rub it in that Kent was wrong. Not that it will make any difference. It will not make any difference to his foolish followers, and the Joseph of this world. And I sort of kind of like Joseph in some ways, although he doesn't like me at all. So, but I only like him from the point of view that if I can get to him, I'm just hopeful I can persuade him to see what Hovind is really like, but it's not worked so far. So it will eventually. And, it won't be me that rescues him from Hovind. It'll be Hovind that rescues him by booting him. There'll be everything. It always happens with Kent. Mennonites don't have sex standing up because it might lead to dancing. I've heard a similar thing, Al, regarding to why don't Baptists have sex? Because it could lead to dancing. Yes, so that's very good. What's this next one? Oh. Let's have a look. Right. Yep. And Kurisu, yes, you're welcoming Hovind and Sandra on your channel anytime, and that's true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I welcome them. You welcome them. I mean, I think there's no way that Kent is going to ever go on because he's a chicken. Isn't that annoying when he pulls that chicken thing out and says, no scientist will debate me. And then he goes, and that's one of the very reasons why. I mean, what a wanker. Can you imagine a serious scientist ever doing that? It's like a kid poking his tongue out. Oh, horrible. What's this? A naked Mennonite ice fishing. Peter Friesen. Oh, no. Oh, Peter. Yes, I know what the word Peter means. That's one of those funny church signs, something. What to do with Peter, or yeah. Anyway, you can look those. Yeah. Proceeds to play with the toy chicken. Yeah, it's a rubber one, isn't it? Too. So God knows what you can do with it. Seems to have its mouth permanently open, bit like those dolls. But we won't go any further. It defies the imagination, to think anything happening there. Now I've got to see more. Good luck getting Joseph to see the light. He was on Gigi's channel earlier. Yes, he was. And I'd made a comment, and he wouldn't mention my name, but he went quite dark about it. And it wasn't even a bad topic, because I know that if I say anything too much, yeah. Yeah, Jesus turning the water into non-alcoholic wine is pretty weak. I agree with that. That's just crazy. Why would he do that? So it's just like saying he didn't turn the water into wine. He didn't do the loaves and fishes, really. He just there's more like crackers and a few tins of sardines or something, Crazy. Let's have a look. Why don't they have driver's education and sex education on the same day at DAL? It's too hard on the donkey. Oh, no. Oh. Davey, fortunately, I don't really understand. Yeah. No info found on my end. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's right. It's we just don't know. But I think we both will predict I think we both will predict that it won't go anywhere. Is he still talking shit? Yes, he is about Stoney. Yeah. Well, I'm hopeful of bringing Mod and Stoney back together, and understand each other. We all have our little differences and sometimes bigger differences, but hopefully we can get over them. Yeah, the problem is vigilante justice. Although with America the way it is now, does that even matter anymore? Yes, I understand, Carissa. And I'm pretty sure, was it on your channel you talked about the different ways that treatment for a guy who went to some sort of protest with a gun in his pocket and he got shot and eliminated. And then another guy went to some sort of a protest from a different political perspective, and he was waving his gun and he actually eliminated some people. So, and yet one is a hero of a certain wing and the other isn't. So I do like that paralegal, more like barely legally trained. Yeah. Hey, Dan. Oh, thank you. I like it, please. I was hoping you'd go on today, Aidan. Do you think you will? Yeah. Would be good. You or Mod or both together, because it gets quite heated, but it's good. But I don't, yeah. I know it can be frustrating, very frustrating sometimes. Just as you think you've made a point, the wheel turns full circle and you start all over. So, Aidan, yes. Good luck to get Joseph to see the light. Yeah, I think you're right. And I just mentioned my previous thing is that I believe that he will, it will be Hovind that gets him to see the light because they will fall out. There'll be trouble over money. There'll be something will happen, or substances or drink, and that'll be all over. Or Kent will just think, oh, he's getting too close to, he's lining himself up to take over. Kent is a very jealous person, in case you haven't worked that out. He's very jealous of anybody and any success they have. Also, there will be an almighty shite fight when Kent does decide that, well, either becomes non-Kentus mentis or departs the planet, that there will be a fight as to who gets the goodies, the spoils. Yep. Garisu, says he absolutely hates that chicken toy thing. It's such a man-child. Try to skip it every time he pulls it out. Yeah, pull the chicken, that is. Yes. Yeah. Now, they were over there spinning more BS about the ice situation in Minnesota. Yes, I did hear some of it. I barely commented but I did say a few little things, but it doesn't go down well. And of course, I'm no longer a moderator on the channel. I don't think Big Ben Mama is. So we've both been sort of not banished. We're allowed to comment, but yeah, no, that's fine. Everybody has the right to choose their friends. Now, you saw the one stream, he put his hands to the side of his head and did that finger wiggle thing, made it into a thumbnail for that stream. I'll have to check that one out again. Yeah. God, the old Claude, my memory, short term, is just a little bit. So I look at shows and I think, yeah, I'll clip that or I'll clip that. And then I forget. I really need to write things down. Yeah, and if you have grape juice and leave it out at room temperature, guess what? It becomes wine. almost like magic, but not quite. Come to the North 40 for the donkey show. Oh, dear. I'm going to be careful. I don't want to have a spasm. My heart. Yes, the former manager was had horrible stuff to say regarding a meme comparing Rittenhouse to Pretty, and yeah, I lost it. That was very good. You explained that so well. The different reaction between these two people, who and one had a weapon on him, but it was holstered. The other one was waving it around, and people lost their lives because of it. So no, that was so I just couldn't quite remember where I'd heard it. Oh, Mr. Tomato, excellent work. Yep, and I think with Kurisu's or Chris's, the thing is he does it quite regularly. For me, I try and put up something every day, but if I'm going to be traveling, I can't. But I can only handle a live every now and then because it actually physically takes it out of you. So Kurisu is a younger man, despite his birthday, and he has the energy. And I'd also say the kahunas, because I love it, which is a word I've heard for balls. Really go for the jugular with Kent, who don't muck it. Take no prisoners, and that's exactly what Kent deserves. He is just I can't understand how anybody can like him, and actually many Christians don't like him. So that's good, and that's why I have no problem with a person believing stuff that I don't believe. But when they become assholes and they make false claims and they denigrate people, they're not really a Christian. And in fact, that singer I put up lived very humbly, had a voice that could have made him millions of dollars, both in certain Christian circles and outside it. Chose not to. And when he was interviewed, I didn't put that up on my tribute to him. He was asked, like several years ago, what he'd like to be remembered for. The one thing. And it wasn't his singing. It wasn't his stunning voice. It was for being a good dad. That's what he said. I wish people like Hovind would take notice of those type of Christians. Yeah, anyway. Will the talking donkey of Balaam call in? Well, you never know. Not Kentus Mentus that cracked me up. I hope Eric gets everything now. How ironic. Well, that's right. Well, Eric's already got the sesame knife and the underwear. I was going to say underpants, but I'm not sure of the exact details. Yeah. He's... Oh, dear. Yes, that's a great story, isn't it? I want you to return my Swiss Army knife, my underpants, and the forklift. Clint's reptiles featured Kent on his latest video. Now, what's Clint's? You have to tell me more, Phantom. What Clint reptiles is? I don't know if I've got that right. On that note, should I do a stream on the latest Trumpenstein file relief? I think so, because I did mention on a certain other show that was just on, and I got just told us talking rubbish. Say if the files make allegations about Clinton, well, yeah, that's true. But if they make them about Trump, oh, that's not true on that other show. Well, that's just rubbish. So, because I think it's important, because a lot of people haven't seen it, and I know it's only allegations, but there certainly was a concerted effort, first of all, to release the files, then not to release the files, then to release them edited, and And this involves a young girl. So I think it is worth you doing a show. Remember, Forrest, Valkai, Erica aren't scientists because they didn't buy a PhD from a diploma mill. Yes, that was Kent talking about Forrest Valkai. And, he has a bachelor's and a master's degree in science. But because he's studying for his PhD, he's not a scientist. Well, first of all, you don't need a PhD to be a scientist. I would say that you need some qualification at bachelor or master's level these days. Now, in years gone by, because Kent's good at doing this, Darwin only had a degree in theology. Yes, but it's different when you are originating the science. Someone who's put forward the theory of evolution can hardly be expected to have a qualification in the theory of evolution. The scientists who discovered germ theory could not have been expected to have had a qualification in germ theory, but still a scientist. With Hovind, you can't call yourself a scientist while you're studying flicking rubber bands and folding paper airplanes. That's not science. That's kindergarten stuff. Yeah. I would. Well, no, I think, Carissa, you're not. I think you've got a great sense of humor for a start, and a sharp and a wit, and that's good. And it's a complete contrast to Kent's repetitive one-liners that many of them don't even get through to his audience. So no, you do. I think it's good, and you are attacking a person who's a horrible person. I haven't seen you be mean to just normal people, and I haven't seen you be mean to someone who just disagrees with you either. Yeah. Oh, the granny panties that started the war between him and his third wife. Yeah. That was another bizarre story. That's fine, Aidan. That's good of you. And but I'll enjoy seeing your next show. Yes, sometimes some people have to work. I'm pretty well retired. I do the odd contract work, and then I do the odd bit of travel now. So I understand when you're working, you just can't come on. So it's no problem. Bill Clinton mentioned some of the files too. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it's no problem. I'm not political in terms of if you're in the files or not. And let's face it, you're just in the files. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but there's grounds for taking a closer look, is what I believe. Yeah. I'm very keen on not convicting people before they have a trial of some sort. Yeah. Davey. Kent takes advantage of the downtrodden and gullible. Yeah, he does. And many times, once he's downtrodden them even more and got the work out of them, he ships them off because of some sin, real or imaginary, And he's going to get people there with problems with substances, and he's going to get people there that are running from something else. And I'm sure Jesus would have taken care of those type people if he's the person he was reported to be in the Bible. Kent's not like that. Kent only gets out of people, what he can get, and it's always in his favor. It really annoys me when I hear he's providing all these meals and all this electric, and people shouldn't have a shower longer than, 2 minutes or whatever. And he doesn't look at the other side of the ledger. You have a ledger in the accounting practice in America. So your expenses versus your gains. And he's gaining a lot because nobody can just sit around and do nothing. And that's fair enough. It's fair enough that they work. But when he makes out as though he's doing them a favor, that's just nonsense. The cost of feeding and housing, because remember, everything was built there for donations, didn't cost Kent anything, and paying the power bill, and that's also paid with donations as well. All his costs are covered by donations, right? And he doesn't acknowledge the hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of free labor he gets. Doesn't acknowledge. Yeah. Mm. Paid for a PhD. I have 6 and haven't paid a dime for them. Yes. Well, you must have a printer, a home printer, and some sort of a software to print a certificate. Yep, might as well. That's what it's worth. That is really what it's worth. Ironic, because Kent always says a degree doesn't matter if you're right. Yeah. I mean, the thing that also annoys me, and I've heard it, and I put it up in a short, was where he was on a show and he said, well, I majored in math and science. Really? So if you're at a university and you're doing a bachelor's or master's, or you can major in various fields. And one of those or two of those could be math and science. But Kent, even in his worthless PhD, didn't get it in math and science. He got it in some obscure thing called Christian education, just probably reciting Bible verses, I suppose. Anyway, so even his fake degree is not in math and science. So he didn't major in math and science. So when I was able to get in the stream and asked the host to ask him a question, which was, where did you major in math and science? Kent just completely distracted from that particular question, didn't answer it. Now, why not? It wasn't at Patriot Bible Diploma Mill, because he didn't, he was Christian education there. So where was it? And my answer is he's outright lying. Yeah. So there you go. Aidan was always streaming when I'm at work, and they don't let me have earbuds while we're open anymore. Yeah, that's it can be very distracting. I mean, this whole thing is very addictive, isn't it? Now even I go on shows and listen where I can't stand the host or don't really like them. I still want to hear what's happening. Yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked if Kent gets some of the visitor buy groceries. Well, what we do know is that there's definitely a hint to give a donation. So the only reason he's not charging admission and for free is because he's getting people to donate. And he probably can get them to donate more than he would get if he charged them admission. This will all have been worked out. Don't worry. It's not just an accident that he doesn't charge, or no, because he can get more money by going and say, we don't charge anything. And then some little old lady somewhere thinks, oh, I'll give that money to that nice man. He's winning souls for the Lord. It's just such bullshit. Ken says limit the shower time, but then he lays in the jacuzzi. Yes, his own hot tub. And that former tech guy, Steve Lynn, said that he'd only ever seen one person in that hot tub, and that was Kent. Now, we first learned about that hot tub through Joseph. Through Tech Steve. There's a few Steves. You go. Tech Steve going there and in the midnight and being absolutely drunk out of it or affected in some way. So, yeah. Oh, really? Kids' jacuzzi is just a passing wind in a bathtub. Kent loves donations, but hates donations to the government taxes. Yeah, that's right. I just, and really annoys me when he says, we don't want our taxes. We don't want to pay for evolution to be taught. Well, he doesn't pay anyway. He doesn't pay. He pays all the taxes he owns, is his claim, which means he would also claim he doesn't owe any tax. That's how he gets around that little one. But the fact is that he's on there boasting about not filing a return to the IRS for 28 years. Tell me that that's allowed. I don't think so. I think you're required to file taxes, a return to the IRD, even if the return shows that you don't meet the tax threshold. I also think it's disgraceful that he's asking the county to pave the road to DAL when he doesn't pay taxes that's property taxes. I've checked this out. He doesn't pay taxes on the property, so he pays nothing. He's a bludger, as we call it. He's a welfare beneficiary. He benefits from other people paying taxes that he doesn't pay. Terrible. Traditionally, graduates, even students, tend to be proud of their university. It's odd that Kent isn't. He must be a humble man. Very well, as I say, Kent is a very modest man with a lot to be modest about. Deviant. Deviant, did you get my email? I sent you a link to a couple of, well, one of a Christian singer and pastor who's just died, who I admire because of his singing. And I can say I don't believe what he's preaching when he does preach, but he's not a grifter. He's not a Kent, that's for sure. And the link to that, what is it? The Crusaders in Egypt opera, because I thought of you when I heard about that. Anyway, nobody will know what I'm talking about here. Shows didn't really like, yeah, that's happened. And to be fair, they let your comments go up. So I just don't like being blocked and booted, and that's what Kent Joseph does. That's his job. Shut you off. You don't get in. You have to come up with a new name. I think that's really bad. I think it was Father Charles that got the truth from Kent that it's easy to milk money from people in a free cap. Yep. And of course, Father Charles went there and saw him a couple of times. I think it was his second visit that he was more, his eyes, he had his probably concerns the first time, but the second time confirmed it. Yeah. Is he still on about getting the road? But not lately, no. And a number of people actually wrote to the county or emailed them saying, don't pave the road. I mean, the locals don't want it either because they pay property taxes. And many of them don't have paved roads. But this arrogant preaching prat, feel to think that he should have his road paved. And, many of those families have lived there for years too. Kent, take some of your donations. You know how much a blacktop costs anyway. You're just going on about how the area that you have to pave next to Noah's Ark's could cost you. Well, you pluck a figure out of the air, but it's sort of more than 50 grand. Yeah. Devil, I've missed your call. Not sure what that means, but that's fine. Patriot Bible University might not have a basketball team, but they are undefeated in rubber band shooting. Yes. And, Kent does that quite well. So, if he wanted to do a show about shooting rubber bands, and if he wanted to, run courses in that, and that's how he made I wouldn't have an issue. It's just when he gets onto stuff he knows nothing about. Yeah. You better check your email. Yes, because there's stuff. Yeah. So basically, I said that this person I like, and I put a link to a clip I put up about him, and I said he also has a brother, just to show that talent runs in families. So this guy's a very good gospel tenor singer, a very huge voice. but his brother's an operatic tenor. So isn't that amazing? In one family of a huge facility, with voice. And there was an opera, and because Deviant is an Egyptologist, there was an opera written by Meyerbeer about the Crusaders, or one Crusader who gets to Egypt, in the time. So it's all this. It's based on the Crusades. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. But we'll get back to the normal thing now because Frank, I missed you too, my friend, says Deviant. Yes. Yes, you haven't been on as many shows lately, Deviant. I think you're probably busy taking care of that soot guy. I don't know. Well, is there anybody who wants to come on briefly? No, it's a different one, Tubian. It's not. It's yeah. Oh, hello, Sophia. Je te adore. Sophia is a lady I heard on whose show was it? Was it Aiden? Was it Aiden's show, Sophia? Or was it Mod's show? Yes. And I thought she had a beautiful speaking voice. And, as a Frenchman, when we hear a beautiful lady, we are interested, It's just the way it is, Sigbad and Aiden. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, that was getting quite yeah. It was good. They were having a good argument, shall I say. Nobody threw the toys completely. And thank you, Daisy. I am a Frenchman. You never trust a Frenchman. That's all I can say. And of course, Sophia, I'm an atheist, but it doesn't make me a horrible person. And that's what I find amusing, that when you listen to the likes of Kent Hovind and, the atheist is just the enemy, just a horrible, horrible person. It's just utter rubbish. There's some nice atheists, there's some horrible atheists. There's some nice Christians and there's some horrible Christians. We know that too. So I'm just going to get the name of that little... yes. So the name of that opera is Crociata Egitto. Il Crociato in Egitto. I don't know if I'm saying that right because I think what it's in. And so, and it's by Meyerbeer. I'm just going to type it in case you want to pull it up. In yeah, so it's the Crusader in Egypt. Yeah. So just a tip, because it's of interest. Yeah. Sorry, Sophia, you won't realize there's a person who comes on here quite a bit called Deviant Outcast, and she's like a specialist in Egypt. So we do sometimes talk about that. Yeah. So I draw the line. People trying to do. Yeah. Yeah. You've had good discussions. Oh, Deviant Outcast is here in the past. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, I would draw the line with that as well. So I don't like eating onions, but I do. Why should they call it just because we eat babies? Oh my God. Yes, that's what some of them think. Yeah. So no, Sophia is very reasonable.
We're not eating babies anymore?
Probably we're not. No. Well, but you'd think we were. Well, what is that Hovind like?
I was sure. I have been stacking up, getting prepared, training my digestive system after having been vegetarian for so many years, and now I feel kind of
Mm.
full.
Well, Kent Hovind does ask a lot, is it wrong to go and eat your neighbor's baby? Well, I say, well, I know that as an atheist. I'm surprised you even have to ask the question. Of course it's wrong. You're such a... Sophia won't know. She's been that I focus on a guy called Kent Hovind. He's a sort of a preacher, and as far as I'm concerned, a bit of a con. And
uh,
four wives in the last 8 or 9 years, and looking for another one just in case you're interested. And so I sort of get stuck into him quite a bit, and so do a number of us on this channel, and we get people coming in to stick up for him too.
I
But yeah,
I actually excuse me. My throat is a bit sore. I don't know why, but I actually
not from
came on.
talking.
No,
Oh, good.
you know I don't talk much.
I know
I
you
talk
don't talk much at all.
slowly
No, yes, I'm big.
and use a lot of words to say very
Anyway,
little.
you know me, dear.
I know you. No, but I was reminded about a week ago of a clip of Kent. Um, it must have been from like 3 or 4 years ago. He had at one point he had a guy visiting who was a truck driver, and this guy claimed he had seen been driving his rig and seen a pterodactyl.
I remember,
And
yeah.
yeah, and shortly after that guy, I guess he was there for a couple of days or something, but he had left, and he talked with someone. I guess it was his. mm, no, they had. I don't think they have had started with a call in, but maybe it was in the comments, a question from someone. Uh, and Kent started talking about this guy who had seen, uh, claimed to see the pterodactyl, and said that I know a guy who knows where there are a whole bunch of them. He's gonna go there and uh, take some eggs and start his own dinosaur adventure land down south.
Oh,
Yep.
yep, I do. Yeah. So what happened?
Uh, well, that's the question.
Oh,
I thought we should get some of our cronies, preferably Big Bad Mama, to ask him what happened with that. Big Bad Mama.
oh, oh. Big Bad Mum is here. Now, Sophia has just said to you, your voice is divine. Are you also
Oh,
French? And I've actually put, no, you are Swedish. So you really should be doing the the Swedish chef thing. Oh, packing for a trip. So are we going to look forward to your doing a short or two on your trip, Big Bad Mama? Will you be in the wilderness? Because Sophia, you need to know Big Bad Mama does a lot of serious clips, but he also posts of beautiful wilderness scenes and
mhm.
with lovely music. So yeah, I'm just introducing Sophia. I mean, the fact that she thought your voice was truly lovely tells me she's
I
a
mean,
newbie.
she has my love forever and ever. I will be her servant from this day on. She she's my friend now, even if
Hmm.
She doesn't want to have me as her friend.
Mm.
I'm not stalking people.
No.
It's not weird.
Are you able to tell us where you're going, which area roughly? Big Bad Mama, like, is it a
Men,
national park? We're not going to. I'm not going to send Sophia to track you down. Um,
Big
but
Bad Mama needs to come to Sweden
right, Northern
because
California. All right,
he
yeah.
has he has said he's coming to Sweden since we met.
Mm.
And I'm kind of thinking, if Big Bad Mama doesn't come this summer, but comes the next summer, or if Big Bad Mama comes this summer and me and Sut gets married next summer, that's a bummer. And it's also a bummer if we get married this summer and Big Bad Mama comes the next summer.
Yeah, well, that's quite complicated, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, I can hear. Um, Sophia says here, she says, I could listen to her speak forever. And I was just about to say, well, that your wish may be granted. I am such a naughty boy.
Claude,
I'll just go away. I'll come back in an hour. The stream will still be going. But
don't leave me.
Big Bad Mama says that we can look for, or there's something about shorts. What is it? Packing for the trip. And he says, yes, many nature shorts upcoming. And I presume he means the shorts he's wearing as well, the pinnacles
Probably.
in the national park. So I don't know that particular one, but sounds good. Um, you could call and see Dan Posey on your way through, Big Bad Mama.
What a joy.
Well, yes. BRS
Why do you hate all your friends, Claude?
hate.
Why do you treat us like this?
There we are. And Sophia has asked for. Kurisu's off. Thank you, Kurisu. Yeah, good to see you. And we look forward to your show coming up later. Big Bad Mama there has posted a link there so that Sophie can
Happy
subscribe.
birthday, Cariso.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Cariso.
Yes. This is your birthday song. That's
Jag
Hovind's
må
one.
han leva,
Mm.
jag må han leva, jag må han leva ut till lyckliga år. Och när han har levat och när han har levat och när han har levat ut till lyckliga år. Ja, då
Ah,
ska han
yeah.
skjutas, ja, då ska han skjutas, ja, då ska han skjutas på en skottkärra fram.
Ah, that's
Och sen
beautiful.
ska vi ta honom över kanten för det äter upp han.
Ah, oh, now she's singing, yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kuriso. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
That
Hmm.
that's a bit different from the Swedish birthday song where we shoot the person.
Oh, is that what
It,
happens on
we
the
put them in a
Swedish birthday?
barrel, in a wheelbarrow,
Hmm,
and push them around. But the words are the
hmm,
same
hmm,
for being shot and
hmm.
being pushed forward in Swedish. It's the same word.
Sophie says, have her sing Vera Jaka. Now, I'm not sure. Sophie might be getting confused. I think that might
Mm,
mean Frere Jacques, like the French song. Do you know
No.
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, sonne la mattina. You know that one? No?
Uh, uh,
Is that a Swedish song?
I know the melody. Uh, there is, I think there is a Swedish text to it, but I don't remember it at all.
Oh. All right, because I know it's incidentally, it's just funny how when I see it written,
Hmm.
Vera Jacques, it could sound like Frère Jacques, which is brother Jacques in
Yes.
French, isn't that? It's quite,
Hmm.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, and everything. Oh, yes, that's it. Oh
Broder
no, so she
Jakob,
was
Broder Jakob, vem är han? Vem är han? Na 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 dong,
ding
ding
dang
dong.
dong. Yes, it was
Yeah,
originally a French song. I think that the Swedes stole it from us, Sophia.
yes.
Yes, yes, it was stolen.
Oh,
It's a
I
French
haven't
song.
sung that song since
Yeah,
I was in like sort of Christian uh, preschool.
right.
Uh,
Oh. If I'm practicing a song, I'm going to sing for the Christian people for Easter. I think that'll be the next sort of big
hmm.
holiday that comes up. Yes. So.
Is it? Have you written it yourself?
Oh no! It's a
Okay.
proper song. Yeah.
Nail him.
Is it? No, it's no, it's not that one. It was
And
so
Jesus was nailed to the cross,
yeah.
and
Let me just.
people were joyful and glee all around.
Oh, this one I'm just trying to look. I've been it's it's for the resurrection and
Yes, the
the
midnight mass.
yeah. Um, it's oh, Jesus Christ is risen today.
Ah,
Jesus Christ is risen today. Hallelujah. Da, 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 da. I don't know the words. Da, dee, da, la, da, dee, dum,
da, da,
dee.
da.
Ah, da, dee, da, la, dee, dee. So I'll have that writing. Oh, and a Mr. Buck is in the audience. Let me just,
Mr. Buckaround.
I'll just put my, I just put the link up. Yeah. Ah, I dated a guy who was a Methodist. What sort of age group are you, Sophia? Are you sort of 20s, 30s? Hello.
Hey guys, it's good to
Hello,
see you guys.
Dusty.
Hi. Hi.
What's up?
Was
Well, we're just mucking around. We've talked
how are
about
you?
a lot of rubbish, but
Man, it's good to see you guys.
You too. And you're not working. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I took the day off. I was pretty burnt
Good.
out.
Yeah, that's good. It's, I mean, working is important, but it's also important to feel
Relax.
when you, yeah, you need that downtime. Otherwise, you're just gonna burn out, and we don't want that for our Dustin.
yes.
Oh,
So, are you still doing that, like outdoor facilities, building
I do
courts
just
and things?
anything. You could probably call me to build a fence in your yard and I'd come put it up.
Right. So you can turn your hand to that. Yeah. It isn't as
I
easy as it sounds, is it? Because you've got to get everything, all the measurements, all that sort of thing right. Every time I try to do something, I stuff it up.
well, and that's another thing is like you got to learn to incorporate your mistakes, right? It
Oh,
doesn't
that's
look
good.
like a mistake if you repeat it. It does. You wouldn't know the difference.
That is very good. I like that. Just incorporate your mistakes.
I mean, like, when you think, look, there are a couple of design things that you think they look like design flaws until you realize maybe the architect just didn't want to fix his original drawing, right? So he just incorporated the mistake everywhere.
And then you say that's art. That's artistic.
Correct. Right? It's like, you realize how much this will cost us, so a mistake becomes a feature.
And you have to pay more for it. You charge
Right?
more.
Right? We call this custom artistic input.
That's fun. I like that.
I mean, what else are you gonna do after a certain point? I mean, you're into a project, right? The guy is looking for the best work for the cheapest dollar, and your bond's on the line. What are you gonna do? You gonna tell him, "Oh, I messed up," or "Hey, look, we incorporated this new idea, right? Like, now this looks like a mistake, but when you look at it from this angle."
Oh dear. Are you out and about in the car, or you got a day off today?
Oh, I got a day off. I was doing some laundry.
All right. Yeah. And do you do that like you go to a laundromat? It's all a bit different for me. I don't know how things work in the US. So you would go to a laundromat or something like that?
Yeah, I don't have a washing machine.
Machine,
Not in
yeah,
my
yeah,
house.
yeah.
So
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I just don't know how it all. Yeah. If I'm traveling, I go to a laundromat. So I've been there. Yeah. Yes.
I've never been to a laundromat. I don't. I don't think there are any laundromats
In Sweden,
in
really?
Sweden. No, because
Mm.
so of course you have like dry cleaners. You have dry
Okay.
cleaners, but not like laundromats.
right.
And I think it's because either you either you stay in like a rental apartment complex like we are now, and then um, you can have your own washer in in the apartment. Otherwise,
Swedish wash and fold. Start my own laundromat in Sweden.
Well, I'd start a laundromat, but when they got there, they'd find it was a sauna.
I think that might
I'd
actually.
put Claude's laundromat on the outside, but when they went in the building, it would turn out to be a sauna, and they'd be sitting with the Claude.
I think you might have a greater chance of success if you did that, actually.
I don't know, Claude. I think some people might be questioning whether that was steam or smoke. I'm not.
I think a bit of both.
Somehow he's always got his cigarette lit. It's like 110% humidity. He's still smoking.
That's Big Bad Mama. Big Bad Mama's cigarette always going next to her curlers. Sophia has asked, is it cold year round in Sweden?
No,
No, but
no,
how
no,
long?
no.
How long is it cold for?
Oh, that very much depends because, as you know, I've just a couple of months ago I moved up so that I live just south of Santa's butt crack.
Oh, what?
You can almost see America from there.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away across a frozen tundra, but
Mm-hmm. So, but it does get really. It was super warm this summer up here. So for those who don't know, me and Sut lives about 100 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle. So
Wow. That
Yeah,
really is near Santa.
I told you. That's what I am keep telling people.
Do you have? You should like post pictures of the aurora borealis. I bet you have a really nice view of it.
We we do, but the times that it has been like really, really strong borealis, it's been cloudy.
Well, yeah, I imagine it would be the jet stream the way it's acting lately. It's been weird. Yeah, our weather patterns are so messed up, but I'm enjoying it here in the great Northwest. There's no snow. It's so
Really?
nice. Yeah. I'm right in the pocket of the jet stream where it's just shooting just up and around us. Low pressure, nice temperature. I mean, there for a minute it was cold, but it's starting to level out.
Where you say east, north, northwest.
Northwest. Well,
Okay.
I'm pretty close to the ocean. I'm not there. Like I'm right next to the sound that like feeds from the ocean and inland. But yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're on that side of things.
Oh, Suit?
Once upon a, huh?
Who the hell is Suit? I don't know. I was reading something Big Bad Mama was saying.
Sut is my fiance.
Copy that. See, I don't think you've ever introduced me.
I think I've just said that he is in the chat because he usually never comes on stream.
Well, I know he knows my name because you were cursing it the other day.
Oh,
I
wait a minute.
know he
With
knows my name.
love, Justin, with love.
That doesn't. Yeah, I imagine that you lovingly would kill your children too. Damn it, boy! I do this
But
with love. Smack.
if I had a child like you,
Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah. Dustin
no.
cuddling up, you know. Oh. But Soot might be like
She'd be
that.
nice enough. She might be nice enough to pick the hairs out of the goat's milk. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course I would.
Soot says you
She
could
would
look up
scratch you behind your ear.
Helen.
She didn't even skip a beat. She knew exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, I don't. I've missed that one.
It's a Viking thing. You just
Oh, okay. I'll look it up later. Sophia says she's in KY. That's Kentucky, I take it. Yeah. I'm on KY
Yes.
and it's insanely cold and snowing again. Yeah. I guess it means you have to stay inside and snuggle. Mm. Where I am, it's hot all year round, you know. Never get used to it, unfortunately.
Singapore, you're right
Yeah.
on the ocean. Yeah, like but
Yeah,
you're
and
closer to the equator, right?
equator. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we always know it's going to be somewhere between 28, 29. Oh, I'm talking in Celsius. So yeah, no, it's hot. I guess that's
So that's what
80s.
around 70, 80, yeah, 70, 80
At
degrees.
least yeah, I think more like 80s. And it's it's like where you can't sit inside. I can't anyway without air condition, So yeah. And it's just the same all the time. Sometimes it rains more, sometimes it rains less, but beautiful. It's a very clean place. Sophie says Kentucky, North America. Then Sophie says she enjoys all the seasons. So yeah, I guess that is a good thing, isn't it? When you appreciate it more, don't you? Like if you like warm but you're cold, you can appreciate the warm more when it comes. Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, in the summer here, the sun just barely touches the horizon, and then
Oh.
Much love, Big Bad Mama.
it rises again. Is it possible on Google Maps to get a, like, instead of the usual flattened map,
Mhm.
to get it to show like a globe?
That depends on it depends on the area and when the last time like Google Maps would have loaded up a picture run of the region. Because they do have like these autonomous cars that go around and they start taking pictures of stuff. But then like the locals started getting tired of it because, well, anyway, long story short, there was privacy issues and they stopped updating.
Yeah, no, I was more thinking to see, because I wanted to see where on the longitude, or is it latitude? The
Where
horizontal plane.
it's longitude.
Where, ah, thanks. Longitude, where uh where I live now, where that kind of
So
uh,
you're next. You're up by New York along that parallel. You're probably around the 46th parallel.
yeah, and I can't even get that, because as it looks here, I'm north of Iceland,
Right.
uh, but I don't think I'm quite that far north. I
So
think
you're
it's
not.
just because
I
it's
I mean
flatter.
I'm only estimating because you're kind of giving me a general area.
Yeah, Globokan. Ooh, what?
I mean, there's not too many civilizations that are above like the 30th parallel, right? Because above that it's kind of cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I am way above Iceland. I'm kind
How's
of
all that Russian oil keeping you warm up there?
we don't really use Russian oil.
Oh, don't go there. We're not, I mean, we still haven't started selling oil to you yet. We're getting that oil from uh Venezuela. You might see some of that. They're refining after it's done. You could give me a break. We all know you guys are still buying Russian oil. The European Union isn't drilling anywhere. Germans are shut down. Who's left in the game?
Well, Norway, and
You get Norway's handling
we
the
get
volume of all of Sweden? I don't think so.
no. We get, so we don't use oil primarily for heating.
No, you use
The-
it for power generation.
We primarily use it for gasoline, and we get that from, like, uh, what's the word? The Arab.
Oil? I don't know. I don't think they picked up their production. They're still operating at minimal capacity because they don't have to produce anymore. Not until America starts pumping out larger amounts. We're getting there. Like, yeah, Trump has started drilling, but all that oil is going elsewhere. It's not here yet.
I mean, I know that we have. Truth be told, I don't I don't have that firm check on where we get. I know that we have bought oil uh,
Russia from
from
Mr. Putin.
Russia, uh, from Russia, from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. Norway. Yeah, those are the ones
You're miss. I
I
think you're missing Poland, but I think you have them all.
yeah, yeah. No, because
Poland started doing what does it call it? Fractured. I forget what they call fracking. They started doing
Fracking, yeah.
fracking.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, that Poland started doing fracking to get propane out of the ground.
I haven't done any fracking for a long time. Oh,
Claude,
sorry.
Claude's balls must be just I don't know, bro. They're on a they're starting to get their own gravitational polarity, bro. Like
That's
I can
because of
throw
my age.
something and they can throw something and it starts continuing its own orbit.
It's
What the
old
fuck?
age. Old age, Dustin. That's what happens. Oh,
Uh,
dear.
no,
Look,
Joe, don't even play with me. I know
no,
your drilling equipment still works. Old age is just
no,
it's just a state of mind, bro.
oh,
Come
dear.
on.
It's too much. Too much.
You went there. You went there.
Well, I know, but Big Bad Mama's off to doing his hiking, so that'll
Okay.
be good. He's going up to Northern California, so that should be
What's
fun.
he looking for? Some new fossil, some old fossil? What?
I think he just enjoys going to the wilderness. Some people like the cities. He likes the, you know, um, um,
You know what he should teach us to do? Go find gold.
hmm
I don't know why
oh,
he doesn't ever bring it up. He never talks about it. Like, why doesn't he tell us where platinum, gold, and silver can be found?
oh.
If somebody really cares about you, he tries to set you up in a way you don't need them.
I reckon he's keeping it all to himself.
I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, what's going on here, man?
He's probably coming back with his pockets full of nuggets, not chicken nuggets, gold nuggets.
I don't want to hear about the nuggets in the man's pockets. Okay, didn't you just tell me to stop talking
Ah,
about your
yes, yes.
privates?
Oh, well, I forgot about that. Yes, I was completely confused. Oh dear.
Well, next thing you know, he's going to be telling me about the giblets. I don't. It's too much.
Oh,
It's too much.
no. I don't like giblets. I don't. When I
I
do
don't
eat
like
chicken,
giblets.
I don't like giblets, but some people do. In fact, it's a long time since I've heard that word, actually, giblets. But yeah, it used to be a
What?
big thing.
You
I
deep
think I've
fry
heard
them.
it multiple times today.
Giblets. Oh,
Well,
Uh-huh.
giblets are
From
very popular with Vikings and Swedish
oh
and
yeah. Oh, yes, they were.
Norwegian people. We
Mm.
eat all the parts, okay? We don't throw anything
exactly.
away. We
We're
And
stuff
not
eat.
freaking
wasteful.
we stuff liver and stomach and boil it like it's
Oh,
haggis. I mean,
oh
it's just one of
God!
those
No,
things.
no, no.
We do
Uh,
it. I don't know what to tell
I
you, bro.
know, I know you do, but I don't like it. Oh. I mean, I'm not one of those people that would eat the crutch out of a low-flying duck. Put it that way. I wouldn't.
You would probably have a hard time with the spiral penis, but
Oh my God!
What?
Uh,
Suddenly duck penis.
I think we better ask Kent to do a show on the mating habits of the duck. He probably has done already, actually.
he's really. I mean,
Uh,
what do you think happened to Sandra?
yeah. Oh. That's the sort of thing that I would say. um, we got about 5 minutes,
I don't know, man.
people.
You've kind of worn me down on the subject.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the way he treats women, I'm sorry. Look, I don't get me wrong. I still
Yeah,
believe that he's a man of God. I just think
right.
that he's more of a Samson or maybe I don't know.
Oh. Guys, we've got about 5 minutes before I have to go. But there's no problem. So just to give you the 5-minute bell. And
The
then
King Solomon, where he keeps marrying women. They keep putting different temple mound, like worshiping idols up in the temple. Like, dude, I mean, come on, man. Pick a wife and stick with her.
that's fun.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, man, it was good. It was good
Mm.
seeing you guys.
Yeah, good to
You
see you too.
too.
And is your washing still doing the thing? Your laundry, rather?
I'll get it. I just started the dryer when I came in. It'll give me a text when it's done.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
Very high
Yeah,
tech. It's amazing, isn't it?
it is.
Uh,
is
well,
it
okay,
folded
guys. Well,
and
thank you for coming on. And if you go and have a look at check that Egypt thing I sent you.
yes.
And good to
Yes,
see you,
yes, yes.
Dustin, too. And thanks to everybody in the chat. And I don't know when, but we'll do it another time. So,
You need to send me a
Awesome.
notification. I don't get notifications when you go live.
how do I do that? Do I
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
figure it out? Yeah. Okay. See you guys.
Okay.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Bye.
Bye.